What's going on YouTube? Before I get this video started, I want to let you guys know that the grudge race between myself and Nick, Guitarmageddon ZL1, is happening on July 8th at Cecil County Dragway. There'll be more information in the description below. Hope to see you guys there. So, with every YouTuber out there modding their car, whoa, lighting. I'm not calling out any YouTuber in particular. I'm just saying that there's a YouTube misinformation going on out there where people are just like saying just the most asinine things about drag radials on YouTube, and they have no idea what they're talking about, and everyone's like, yeah, that's great. So, as you can see here, I got a set of drag radials. So we're gonna talk about drag radials today, and I'm gonna tell you guys the truth of what a damn drag radial is. Because if you ever hear someone say it's a street legal slick, slap them in the face. Because they are clueless, they should not be talking about it, they should not own a set of drag radials. So let's get into this. These are drag radials. Now, before I lose you here, and you guys are like, oh, there's no tread, they're slicks. They're not slicks, these are drag radials. The difference between a slick and a drag radial has nothing to do with a tread on the tire at all. That's why people think that a drag radial is just a slick with tread. That is so wrong. Like, they should not be allowed to purchase them. Before you order a set of drag radials, you should have to answer a questionnaire and get it right, and then they should give you them. So, look it, this thing has got no tread, but if you look on the tire, it's got a DOT stamp. That still does not mean that it's street legal, it just has a DOT stamp. Because if you read here, it says, for drag racing use only, not for highway use. This is not meant to be on the highway. Can you drive it on the highway? Yes. Does it drive like a normal tire? Yes. Its wet weather performance is like a negative 2,000. Like, if I were to drive on streets like this wet, I just washed my truck so the driveway's kind of wet, wouldn't happen. So, the difference between a drag radial and a slick has nothing to do with the tread on it. Some people call these slicks just because, like, it's a slick. The real meaning behind a slick is a bias ply tire. That's where they get it from. Because back in the day, slicks, they only came in bias plies. Radials are kind of new. So the difference between a bias ply and a radial, that's where the difference is. So bias ply, slick are one term, radial is another. That comes down to the construction of the tire. A bias ply is pretty much like a balloon. It's just rubber wrapped around the sides, and you have rubber sidewalls, and that's it. Now these have rubber sidewalls, but they're thick and there's steel bands in the side. That's what makes it a radial design. It's a radial tire. So what that does, the difference between the two, is this performs a lot different than a bias ply. Now there are times that you're going to want to have a bias ply, and there's times that you're going to have a drag radial. Any stick car, you want to have a bias ply because you can tack it up, get on the two-step, drop the clutch, and let the tire bite, let the tire spin a little bit, and make your way down the track. These tires dead hook. There's no slippage in them. A bias ply on the track, you could slip them. So let's get back to the difference between the two. So first of all, these have a lot stiffer sidewall. They have steel bands through them. That's the radial design. The other one's bias ply. It's pretty much like a balloon with rubber sidewalls. So the tire is very wobbly and loose. And that in turn makes them perform differently at the track. You'll notice that if you have enough power on a drag radial, you can wrinkle the tire a little bit and, you know, put some wrinkles into it. But a bias ply, whenever you launch that thing, it wrinkles up the tire, wads it up, and the tire kind of works and looks to find traction, and these, they either have traction or they don't have traction. Now, like I said, the radials, they just dead hook. So what that means is when you launch at the track, they don't spin on the track, they literally bite and they go. So you'll see if you don't have the car set up right, or a lot of people, they put drag radials on a stick car, they blow the rear end out of it because there's so much bite, something's got to give. The tire doesn't give, so they're like, oh, the axles are going to go, or the center section, see ya, or trans, gone. You know, a lot of times cars that run bias plies or slicks, they go and they put these tires on, and they go out there and they break their shit. So these are a little bit harder of a tire. They're pretty hard on parts, you know. They're a mean tire, but they perform really well. Now, the real reason that drag radials are getting so popular, I believe, is because they perform really good and you can drive them on the street. The difference driving this tire and a bias ply tire is when you're going down track, this tire drives straight. It doesn't wobble. The sidewalls don't really give because they got the steel bands in them. It's that radial design, so they work pretty good. A bias ply, when you're going down the track, it has really no support on the side. So the tire itself, the rim is just wobbling back and forth inside the tire. Now this tire is actually faster than a bias ply or a slick because of that. It has less rolling resistance, because look how it just holds itself up. I mean, it's just like, it's a real tire. I'm a radial guy. They launch pretty good. You can cut good 60 foots on them. And I think radials are the future. You see the races like Ducks Race, Lights Out, and No Mercy. Those cars are badass, and you know, they're only getting faster. And radial cars, if you go and watch a heads-up radial race, I guarantee you'll be hooked on radials. Guaranteed. They're by far the most exciting. Everything, the 275, the Outlaw 10.5, I mean everything. And you see the radial versus the world cars, I mean those things are badass. But I want to thank you guys for watching my rant. I was just kind of annoyed when I hear someone just tell the public the completely untrue statements. The way that I see it is, if I know something, I'm going to talk about it. If I don't know, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So I don't like to misinform you guys, and you guys shouldn't be misinformed. If you're watching these videos for some information, you should be getting the truth and getting the real things. So I'm not here to waste your time with any bullshit. I apologize for not making a lot of videos recently. Obviously, I don't have the car. I've been working my ass off, so I've been busy. Hopefully, getting the car back soon, and we'll get back into doing, I have some crazy ride-along videos coming up and everything. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed my nice little rant. If you need tires and you're on a 15-inch rim, bam, there you go. 275 60 15 Mickey Thompson Radial Pros. These tires are pretty badass. They're fun. They look cool. And yeah. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. Calmero merchandise will be hitting the store soon. I will have that link in the description when it is ready. But we're in the process of getting that ready. Thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you next time.